So before I actually start today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my boy Mienshanes, who made every single one of my insert mega here thumbnails, and they're awesome. They honestly are awesome. I never gave him a shout out in the video. I told him thank you a bunch of times, but I forgot to say it in the video. So thank you, Mienshanes, for that, and also shout outs to my boy Matt Houston, not a trainer better than for the music. So yeah, guys, enjoy. Yo, what's up, guys? We are here with my round one, game one match from Smogon's official ladder tour playoffs. I'm playing Ciele. Now, PS has been down today, so we're on, not our usual nicknames, but yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoy. As we can look at the teams, Bishop is a huge problem to my team. It outspeeds my Heat Ran, can beat a Azumarill, gets a free boost versus my Landers T, and my own Bishop doesn't have low kick, so my Medicham is actually a pretty big threat to his team. Of course, Medicham is a Pokemon that you really don't have switch-ins to anyway. So, going to lead off with Medicham as he ends up leading off with Bisharp. This is great because it gives me the freedom to actually predict. So, I'm going to Mega Evolve and go right for Ice Punch, predicting him to want to switch out as he ends up going out to Thundurus. I end up getting off the kill as he is going to go out to Keldeo. As I'm going to switch out to my Azumarill now. While he does have a Venusaur and I could double out into my Heatran, my best possible play is definitely just staying in, as Heatran doesn't really care about Venusaur. So he predicts that double, goes for a second Hydro Pump, unfortunately misses as I am able to knock him out with the Play Rough. And now he's going to go out to his Venusaur as I can bring in my Heatran for free, as he is just going to go right for the Mega Evolution. And I'm just going to decide to go for my Stealth Rocks right here, as Landorus does end up coming out. So I don't want to stay in because I don't want to take an Earth Power. I do have Latios, which can just come in, so I'm going to go out to my Latios as he does predict that very nicely and goes for Sludge Wave. And right here I decided to go for Roost, being a bit more passive than going for Draco. Though in hindsight I probably should have went for Draco, as like I said, Bisharp is a problem. I don't have HP Fire, as I've shown Roost, and I do have Defog. So he was very free to pursue right there, as I'm going to go right back out on my Medicham, and he's able to take off a clean 70% off of me, as I am going to go right for the high jump kick and knock him out. So he goes out to Heatran, and I really didn't want him to go for Protect, so I decided to switch on to my own Heatran, as he makes an aggressive play and goes for Lava Plume, expecting my switch, predicting his Protect. And right here, it's just really a stall war, so I'm actually just going to speed it up a lot, because I'm basically trying to scout for his final move. What he's shown so far is Stealth Rock, Taunt, and Lava Plume. So I don't know if he has Toxic or Protect. Now the thing is, I've actually watched his replays before playing this game. That way I can be prepared. But in the replays, it actually shows this set with Protect. But I still wasn't sure. So what I eventually decided to do is actually go out to my Bisharp on one of these turns. Because honestly, I don't need Bisharp for the rest of his team. It doesn't beat Landorus. It doesn't beat Venusaur. And all I need is Medicham to actually win. So he's still just trying to taunt stall me, as I am going to eventually go out into my Bisharp as fodder. And now we're caught up, as I do bring out my Medicham. Now right here I go for Fake Out. He makes the the good play by not going for Protect. And basically, I don't know, right there I felt like I should have went for High Jump Kick. And right here my gut's telling me to go for Zen Headbutt, as he's going to Protect. But in the end I clicked High Jump Kick, and he does reveal Protect, so he played that really well, even though it was really fast forwarded. But because my Medicham is gone, I basically have no way of winning now. So I said good game after a few turns from now, and I forfeited. So yeah, good game, Ciele. Let me show you guys game 2. So we'll be right back. Okay, so here we are with game 2. I'm leading off my Rotom Wash, as my opponent's going to lead off a Landorus T. I decided just to go for Hydro Pump because he doesn't really have a Water Resist bar Azumarill, so everything on his team will be hit for some damage, as he ends up bringing out Raikou. Now based on the damage, he's definitely Assault Vest, so just going to go right for the Pain Split, as he ends up going for T-Bolt. And what I can do is just pull the switch out into my Latios, as I can definitely tank any hit that he wants to go for. So he goes for T-Bolt, as now he's going to go right for Volt Switch, and I'm just going to go right for the safe Roost, as that'll bring me back up to a decent amount of HP. That way I can deal with Raikou later on. So I'm going to switch on to my Rotom Wash because I don't want to get T-Waved, as he ends up going for a Spike. And now I'm just going to go right for the Will-O-Wisp, as he decides to go for Toxic, which I was fine with, because if I wear down this Klefki, I can defog later and then hopefully sweep with Scizor or Gyarados. So I'm going to go for Volt Switch, as he ends up going out to Raikou. And I do have the free switch into my Latios. Now, I kind of regret the play that I made right here. Oh, not right here, sorry. I go for Side Shock because he would do nothing to me anyway. And yeah, right here, I am going to switch back out into Rotom Wash, as it is my safest play, as he ends up pulling a double out into Landorus T. And This is great because I can honestly just go for Hydro Pump again, or I can go for Volt Switch just to keep up offensive momentum. I decided to go for Volt Switch as he decided to bring out his Raikou, and that's another free switch into Latios. Now this is a play I regret. Assault Vest Raikou honestly cannot do crap to me, and I can knock it out with Psyshock. I can basically get a kill here with Psyshock because it'll 2 KO this, it'll 2 KO this, and these are Pokemon that you would not bring in on a Latios. So I decided to go for Roost just because I wanted to be at better HP when in reality I really didn't need that. So it's hindsight right there. As he ends up bringing out Azumarill, so gonna go for Psyshock. I easily wouldn't be able to 2 KO it, and I would have been in a way better position if I had my Latios, but that was my own fault as I'm able to go out to my Terrakion, go right for Stone Edge, and knock him out as he is going to bring out his Aerodactyl. I don't want to take an Aqua Tail or Earthquake, so I'm going to switch out to my Garchomp, which is Choice Scarf, as he does end up going right for the Aqua Tail, and I'm going to decide to go right for the Outrage as he decides to bring out his Landorus T just in case I want to go for Earthquake, predicting Klefki, because he needs his Levitators. That way I can't just sweep him with either Earthquake or Outrage. So he goes up to Klefki now as I am going to get confused, and even though the possibility of him doubling is kind of obvious, I'm confused, so there's no point in me really risking that. So I'm going to pull the switch out to my Terrakion as he goes out to Raikou. It's a roll if he can knock me out. I decided just to chance it, so I'm going to go for my Stealth Rocks as he is going to go for the Extra Sensory. Follow it up with a Hidden Power as he's not able to knock me out. And now I'm able to go out to my Scizor, and I'm actually going to go for BP because I wanted to go for Bug Bite there if you want to go out to Victini. But by going for BP, it would either force him Victini or, well, honestly, Victini I felt like was his only play he should have made right there. But he ended up going out to Landorus, which is honestly just a Swords Dance for me. So I'm able to knock it out with the BP as he ends up getting up his Stealth Rocks. As now he's going to go out to his Victini, and I'm going to be forced to switch out. So I'm going to go out to my Rotom Wash because I honestly don't need it since Raikou outspeeds it, and Arrow outspeeds it, and so does Victini. And I wanted him to get the speed drop. That way I can go out to my Gyarados and go for Sub. I probably could have went for the Waterfall too because the Raikou Sack was also going to be there. But either way, I'm going to be able to get up a DD. So I'm going to go right for Dragon Dance as Raikou is able to break myself with T-Bolt. Doesn't really matter though because, like I said, I can knock it out with the Waterfall. But his Aerodactyl will be able to outspeed me. And it's actually going to come down to a 50-50 right here. So I'm going to go out to my Scizor as the 50-50 is I can knock him out with BP, or he could switch out to Victini on my BP and he could tank that, or I can go for Bug Bite, predicting his Victini and knock it out if he does go out into it. The thing is though, I thought I had a 100% win if I go for BP, because what I could do is weaken Victini to the point where Rough Skin plus BP would knock it out. So I decided to go out to my Garchomp. This was also another 50-50 because he could predict that and go for Zen Headbutt, which would probably be the play that would win in the game because then it would be dependent on a roll from my Scizor. But if he went for V-Create, I also 100% run right here. But he ended up making the really nice play going for Zen Headbutt, and now it depends on a roll with Scizor. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get it. While Scizor would have cleaned up his entire team, you know, that's Pokemon for you. So, yeah, good games, Ciele. They were very good games. The first one, of course, you guys didn't see because I really sped through it, but they were both good games. I regret not going for Psyshock on the Azumarill switching. I felt like I shouldn't have been passive. And in the other game, honestly, I was just really Bisharp weak. Bisharp taking care of Latios and taking all that unnecessary damage on Medicham kind of sucked. But I didn't expect him to bring this because he really loves bulky teams, fat teams. So I was prepared for fat teams, but doesn't matter. Hindsight. And they were good games. I'm out of the winners, I guess, bracket for OLT. This is round 1. Sucks I'm out round 1, but now I'm in the losers bracket, so I guess this is my chance to try and win that. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and until next time, later.